Welcome back to another episode of Bullets and Broadheads. This episode, we put down our broadheads and head west to take the bullets to the mountains with a elk and deer tag. So stay tuned for the rest of the episode to see how it all went down and follow along with all the ups and downs of the week in Colorado. We're back in action. We got back from Colorado in November. We're a little late getting to it, but it's just me and Craig here. Matt's not with us. Your dad. Ryan's not with us, so he doesn't get made fun of.
We figured y'all heard enough of Ryan on here. We can let him have a break.
Yeah. So we're just going to do a recap of our week with all the extreme highs and extremely lows. Best way to describe it. You'll find out later what that means. But we probably had the nicest camp since I've gone.
Yeah.
Not about you, but
besides staying in my house when I lived there, it was about as good as it gets.
We had a 15 by 20 wall tent probably. Mm-hmm. All four of us had cots and nice sleeping bags, and we had a little pop deli stove for the night that lasted a couple hours.
Yeah,
because we were getting into 12, 13 degrees at night, right?
Yeah, about every morning
it was cold. 12
to 18 degrees, somewhere in there.
And it's not like we were very high up either, so we were in kind of low stuff, and it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
But the wood stove made it way nicer than used to anyway. But it made it a lot nicer and more comfortable, and like being cold weather, it's not like you're sweating your butt off all day, which you do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's not just constant sweat and hot and sun where it's like
wanting a shower so bad.
Yeah, it's not near as bad.
Yeah,
you can kind of wipe down, especially when you got a wall tent and you got something warm to go into.
Mm-hmm.
you can wipe down and go inside, and there's a fire that's like 85 degrees in the tent. But
another nice thing we had was we had those Rangers or ATVs or whatever that we could just jump into and
that's true.
Drive around and didn't have to hike real far usually. And
our hunts this year was a lot easier. We were riding roads basically to get to where we were wanting to glass. This year was a game of glass, had Craig had a elk rifle tag, and his dad Matt had a deer rifle tag, and Ryan was just along, and I was just along. So all four of us were just hanging out, trying to shoot something. So we got there on we left Thursday night. Left Thursday evening, got out there Friday afternoon sometime, and got our tents and stuff set up, and we were able to go glass Friday night. Took a long drive up a mountain and was looking off a cliff, and we seen a few deer. Nothing crazy, right?
Well, when we say a few deer, how many deer did we see that whole week?
The whole week we'd seen total combined 300 to 400 deer, probably at least.
I mean, I would say more than that.
Yeah, true. Because every night, every morning, you're seeing groups of deer just coming out.
It was nothing to see 60 to 100 deer in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was just. Yeah,
these are mule deer we're talking about.
Mule deer. There's just deer everywhere, which is really open country, and you glass a lot, so it's.
Yeah, you're just sitting and looking. The hiking is very minimal, except to get to the point that you're trying to look from. Your glassing point. But so we seen deer that night. Nothing crazy. Keep in mind with the deer tag that Matt had, he's looking 180 or higher. Yeah. So being pretty selective. Could have shot a buck.
We seen 140, 150 inch deer that night, but that's just
we've seen that every day.
Yeah.
Every day we've seen that and could have shot one easily. Yeah. No questions asked. But you're looking for a nice one.
He's also waited 9 years for his tag,
So he was fully prepared to shoot a giant, and if not, he would go home.
And just a little backstory on the whole tag situation is I knew Dad was getting this tag, or he was about guaranteed to draw it when we put in
with 9 points.
And I had 1 elk point, and so I was about guaranteed to draw the elk tag, and we just wanted an elk tag in camp basically for. Right. There's not a ton of elk there, but it's like you just want to have an elk tag in your pocket just in case.
Because previously, because there's guys that said they've seen them in there, right? So if there's a chance and you got a rifle, you can make it happen if they're there. If they're not there, then whatever. But if you see them, you're gonna likely have a chance at it. So that was the 2 tags we were hoping to get. The deer was the focus. So Saturday morning. We got up early, got to our points. Me and Craig split up. Matt and Ryan went their way. We went. So opening morning was Saturday. We went and hung out with Sally and Sue and Bob.
Keep in mind, there's people everywhere. Like that Saturday and Sunday, there was people. It's like I said, it's a elk tag that anybody can get pretty much. They're a dime a dozen, and.
We were just basically hanging out at the local spot. Everybody was there. Yeah. They were making breakfast. Like the dude, he didn't seem like he had an idea of what was going on. He was there to make breakfast.
He said something about, have you caught any day?
Yeah, he said, I've been hunting for 3 or 4 years now, and he ain't caught one yet. He said, when you see him, you just got to take off after him. So he's like, yeah, whatever. That's a good plan. That may be why you haven't caught one yet. But anyway, we seen a few deer down in the bottoms there. He had mentioned they'd seen some elk down in the bottoms and a nice deer, which was they didn't have a deer tag, so that was a spot we could possibly go back to. But then Matt and Ryan, I don't know what they seen. They seen some deer,
a bunch of deer, but nothing just
big.
Goes. We were right hunting kind of the pre-rut, so it was a little bit tough hunting. Like the big bucks were kind of holed up in the timber. There was a few little bucks out chasing does a little bit. You would see a ton of does every morning, but it wasn't quite kicking yet.
Yeah, most of the movement is morning and evening. During the day, they're just kind of bedded up in the shade or whatever, not moving much. So that's why after the morning glassing, a couple hours, we just go back to camp and hang out, eat. Usually make a pretty good meal. We'd have the Blackstone there, so we took all kind of good food. That was another big plus. We had biscuits and gravy and bacon and hash browns and I don't even know what else. Sausage. We had a lot. It was pancakes, and so that was great. Honestly, that was one of my favorite parts. But after that, then it's about time to go because it's getting dark at 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we were getting back out 2:30. 3 o'clock usually, catching the last 2-3 hours of daylight when most of the movement starts happening. So we'd get up somewhere high again and start glassing. Again, we broke off and me and you just some more deer. And no, we went and seen a bunch of deer, and then that's when you turned around.
Yeah, I turned around and seen. Well, I had seen a couple cows down in the bottom, which I had a bull tag, and seen a couple cows down there and. I've seen some decent bucks, but nothing that Dad would want to shoot. Right before dark, I turned around and I said, Logan, there's elk, right? There's 2 bulls right there, like 800 yards.
So how this is set up, where we drive is a road, and then on both sides of the roads, it goes up like pretty steep on both sides. So we're sitting on one side of the road so we can glass the other side of the road where, it's thicker timber, and our side is pretty well open except for the tops of the mountain where it's a little bit woody where we had heard there might be some elk at. So that's where he's seen them come out. And we're like, man, that's, it's opening Saturday. And they're like, Craig, you said, a couple raghorns. And I was like, I mean, I wouldn't say just totally raghorns, but
they weren't very
one was bigger than the other. I mean,
it was a decent little 5-point. I don't know. It was...
For buying a tag but not expecting to shoot some is... At least a possibility. At least,
but I did know that a lot of times, when a week-long hunt, they see one bull. Usually, that's 300 plus. They just usually see one in there. And that's kind of what I had said. I was like, I really don't care if I kill an elk or not, but if I do, I want it to be a 300 plus bull. That was just kind of. And it's the first day. I said, Logan, I don't know if I want to shoot it.
And it was the evening, so
it was like Logan was trying, he was like, you need to go shoot. I was like, I don't know. I was like,
but then literally like 30 seconds after this conversation, Ryan calls me.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Ryan's freaking out.
Craig, you tell him what
he said, Craig, he's like, I just found a giant bull. I said, well, I got 2 of them I could shoot right now. He's like, do not shoot what you're looking at. He said, I found a 360 plus. I said, whoa, Ryan. I said, that, I don't know if that's like, yeah.
And Ryan gets worked up like this. Now, I've never seen the guy get so worked up. And Ryan, if you're listening to it, you know you do. But I mean, he was like, Craig, this is giant, biggest bull I've ever seen. And so we're like, man, like this thing's got to be big, because they kill a lot of elk, so it's got to be decent. And so after that, we're pretty excited, thinking that they got one found, and they're not moving too far this time of year. So usually, if you see them in the evening, probably going to be close in the morning. Assuming nothing bumps them out, that night or whatever. So we just see a few more deer. Is that when I got up and had to take a piss?
Yeah, but come on.
We were just laying there, like, just glassing, and I'm like, I got to pee, so I just stand up and take a few steps over and just, mind my business and look up, and here comes a buck, probably 150, maybe not quite that big, but just comes walking right at us, and he ends up walking like 50, 60 yards from us. Just like we didn't care, he didn't care about us at all. So it was kind of funny. So there was another instance, like bucks were everywhere. It's just not the ones we were looking for yet. So we finish that night, go home to the tent, and Ryan is just jacked.
He's showing us videos.
He's got videos of this bull.
It's freaking big. Like
it's big. He wasn't lying. Like, we were jacked. Yeah, the whole conversation the whole night is, Ryan, is he going to be there? Is he going to be there in the morning? You know he's going to be there. Ryan's like, Craig, he's not moving. He's going to be right there in the morning. And it's like we want to be so jacked and like know that this is possible and like probably going to see him. But then it's like, man, is it really going to happen?
There's people everywhere.
There's people everywhere. There was a camp of 15, 20 people, like
right beside us,
200 yards from our camp that all had elk tags.
Like, how does nobody else know about this bull? Like, it's in the wide open,
and it's half a mile from our camp.
Yeah, I can see it from a road. Like, you can see this bull from a road. Like, there's no way nobody else doesn't know about this elk.
And it's low. It was like he wasn't hiding up way high in the mountain anywhere. He was low, and he just must have found a pocket that nobody else was looking at, and he was comfortable. And, that's where he was homing. And so the next morning, after little to no sleep.
I had zero sleep that night. Zero sleep.
We got up really early because we were going to edge in there and, get a good spot so we didn't spook him and just work our way up. And it's pretty steep. Like, it ain't long, but it's a steep hike to where we were going. And it's like, we got almost to the top, and it's like everybody's like, shut up, don't talk anymore. And it's like we're soaking wet because it's 12, 15 degrees, and we're dripping. And like, because we, you don't want to put too many clothes on, but then you're cold.
But you also have a bunch of clothes on because we just rode.
Yeah, we're free. You rode a half mile and going on the Rangers, and it's cold. So we all, like, literally, well, I don't know, me and you, we took everything off, like, had our shirts off at the top of the mountain, like,
it was
10 degrees.
Cold.
Yeah, you could have cut diamonds up there. But, you got to get that bottom layer off to get that sweat off of you. So we eased up there, got in position, and we're just sitting there glassing. It's still pretty freaking dark.
It's dark.
And Ryan goes, there he is. Found it. I found it. There he is. I got it. I found it. Great. He's right there. He's right there. And it's like, dude, it's freaking dark. Like, we can't see crap right now. But Ryan, he's got some pretty good glass, and not anything that we have as far as quality goes. So he was able to pick it up, and sure enough, there he was, maybe 100 yards from where they seen him the night before.
Yeah,
right?
There was 4 of them actually.
So then there was 4 of them.
4 bulls
laying there, right just piled up with each other. And so we spend the next 20, 30 minutes.
It was 30 minutes from the time we first seen him until... Yeah.
So we just watched them, just waiting. It is a waiting game at this point. So there's a conversation you guys are having. Are you going to move closer, or are you going to stay there? So you can kind of talk about that.
What's crazy about this whole thing is, so we get in there at daylight, but it's dead quiet. Dead quiet.
No, it's like drop a pin quiet.
And like you can there's kind of shaly rock like where we're at, so it's pretty loud. And there's 4 of us, obviously. And so these bulls know that we're there. Like, that one bull was looking...
Well, they could definitely see us. We were
kind of skylined.
Because we moved down.
Yeah. And so they knew we were there. Ryan had ranged them, and he said there are 770, I think.
Yeah.
Which, Ryan has the equipment, the gun and stuff to do that, and to shoot that distance, and there was no wind. And I was like, man, I'd love to get, 500 or under would be preferable.
Yeah.
But there was no way. Like, I don't think, and another thing, like, we, in the back of our mind, we're like, there's no way somebody else don't know about these bulls. Like, there's going to be somebody else popping over the ridge.
Yeah. Maybe stalking them from some angle we don't know about, coming up from the bottom, from the road, who knows? So
I was like, we got in a flat spot there, just, moved a little bit.
Pretty much on the skyline.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where they were.
And they, one bull was just looking at us, and they were still bedded, and I got behind the gun and, got laid down there and got packs under me, and I put it on it, and I was like, I think I can make the shot. Like,
yeah. So that's when you're confident, and you knew the gun could shoot. It just mattered if you could get steady, and because there was like hardly any wind. All that was kind of moving, it was just the thermals.
Yeah.
And the gun, talking about its capability, is a 7mm 08.
Yeah.
What's the brand?
It's a Bergara.
Yeah. So, Dan, I don't know what kind of scope he had, but...
Yeah, so me and Ryan, we have the same gun. He just has a little bit better scope, and he has it dialed in, like...
And all these rounds are hand-loaded. Ryan hand-loads them. Everything's dialed in. The gun's working with the scope, and the ammunition that is being used is I forget what grain bullet it was.
It was 165.
165.
Or 167.
Yeah. So, all of this is taken into account, the drift, the drop, the, elevation, temperature, everything is plugged in.
The gun at 100 yards will shoot a 1/4-inch group.
Yeah.
With three shots at, 100 yards.
So it's just a matter of dialing it up and making the shot and, watching the thermals moving down. So you get set up, it finally gets time to daylight. They start standing up and trying to decide which bull to shoot because 2 of them were the 3, what we're saying 350 plus, like looking like from where we were. The one was obviously younger, but his frame was just freaking massive. Like it was a huge frame.
Beautiful bull.
And then the one we ended up deciding shooting was
he was just an
older, more mature. Probably a little heavier.
Yeah.
Just
at the end of the day, I think he would score. He was the highest scoring bull, I think.
Yeah. So you get on it, you get ready to shoot. We're watching it through the scope, and
Ryan,
first shot.
Well, Ryan says, hey, he said, and through his spotting scope, he said, I see the thermals drifting a little bit, or he said, I see the mirage drifting just a little bit, and he told me, he said they're drifting from right to left. He said, aim about 6 inches back. So I put it on him, aim 6 inches back. And that first shot, there was a little bit of adrenaline. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I pulled it just a little bit. I'm sure I did. And I hit him right in the back.
Right in the butt.
Like he was facing to the left, and I hit him right in the backhand. There's just no other way to put it.
Yeah.
And obviously, y'all are all watching through the spotting scope, and there's just a mad.
After that first shot, hit him in the butt. Shoot again. It's like everything kind of goes chaos. It goes from calm, make the shot, breathe, to get another shot and go again. Find him, get it.
So get another show, and he stops. Finally, find him again. And Ryan all of a sudden realizes he had told me wrong. It's actually the wind that's drifting to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
So
your shot would have been fine.
Yeah.
You just aimed the wrong way.
And I pulled it just a little bit, so it just pulled it back. So the next shot I shoot, it was perfect. I shot right under him. And here we hadn't ranged him again. He had moved from 770 to 800.
Yeah. So at that distance, it's going to be dropping quite a bit.
Yeah, that's like 10 or 12 inches of drop at that distance, which is crazy.
In the first shot, the drop is 13 feet is what it ended up being,
It's
right?
138 inches.
Yeah, it's around 13-foot drop.
Yeah.
So it's insane. But, you know.
So I miss him. I miss him the second shot. Just shot right under him. He says adjust. He said aim, just high.
Top of his back. Top of his shoulder.
Yeah. So the next shot, right as I shoot, he kind of takes a step, and I hit him kind of mid-body. He was dead after that shot.
He would have died, yeah.
He was dead after that shot, but it's kind of one of the things. At that distance, the bulls, they don't know where the shot's coming from. They don't run far, and it's wide open, so it's like...
Yeah, they're just kind of stunned. He's just standing there.
You shoot until he's on the ground, basically.
He got hit. We see blood just dropping, dripping out of his side. So it's like, okay, he's got a good shot at him, but it's like, pump him, like, put the lead in him until, one, ethically, so he dies quick, and, two, so he don't run away or something where you end up losing him or goes on private or something, causes a mess.
So, then the next three shots were just
right in the shoulder.
Right in the shoulder, and we watched him.
And then he's sitting there, and we're watching him. He's hit bad, we know, and he starts stumbling. And all of a sudden, then he drops. And that's when chaos erupted again. Chaos. And it's like, holy crap, this Ryan's like the biggest bull I've ever seen. Holy crap. It's like, everybody's, high-fiving, hugging. And it's like, that's what it was all about right there. All the sweating and stuff. It's like, we didn't really work that hard for it, but it's like, that's what it was all about right there. And, seeing it hit the ground is like, holy crap.
Yeah. The emotions that came over me were...
after you making fun of me from whatever a few years ago, and then you called Hannah after, we knew he was down, and as soon as you started saying something, I told you, as soon as you start talking, that's when it happens. You can't control it.
I cried like a little baby. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did. I don't know. There was something about it. I FaceTimed my wife, and the kid was sitting there with her, and you miss them, and it's like... I don't know. It's an emotion that you just, if you ain't a hunter, you don't.
No, it sounds stupid. Like, the animal dies and you're crying about it. Like, well, it's so much more than that. And obviously, the people that are listening to this, you're going to understand that.
Yeah.
But it's a giant bull on the ground, and we know we got a lot of work to do. So we pack all our crap up and take off down the mountain. Yeah. Try to get there as fast as we can to see it. And man, we walk up on it, and it's just big. He did have a front broke, but it was, incredible. You talk about walking up to it. Geez.
It's just, his body was huge. Just frame was big. I don't know. I'll probably, if I never shoot a bull bigger, I'm 100% okay with it. I probably never will.
We were talking like 350, 360. Like once we got up to it, that 340, 350. Like that's a freaking big elk. That's a giant elk.
Yeah.
For 1 point or whatever it took to get it. With a rifle, you can't ask for anything better than that. Yeah. And there is a nice big bull unit next to us that obviously they must have come from.
They migrated down from there.
And we're hanging out there, so it just happened to see it, happened to luck out. Nobody else knew about it, and killed him. So
and just shout out to Ryan if you're listening to it. This one's on you,
found
bud.
him.
Your gun, you had it set up for us. So
all but pulled the trigger a few times.
Yeah,
but
it was
awesome.
Total group thing.
And the work started, quartered it out. Each of us took a quarter to the side by side, and then we went back and got the head, and the rest is loose meat. So it was what did we say, 900 yards back out?
It wasn't bad.
Not bad at all.
Pretty nice.
No, it wasn't bad at all, but we knew we had some meat that night ready to go.
We had some tenderloins that night.
So that afternoon we took the meat to the processor there in town, and we ate some food and went into town. So we figured we might as well celebrate and got some Mexican, and then we got a couple beers. We had to get some celebration.
We had to celebrate a little bit.
We said if we killed some, we had to get a few beers at the camp. So we did, and we just hung out that night. We didn't go out.
I don't even know if we went out hunting.
I don't think so. I think we just kind of enjoyed the day.
I hadn't slept all the night before. I was dead
we was laying in bed by 7:30 that night, probably just hanging out. So that was the opening weekend, and obviously it's super successful, and just an awesome hunt for that. Planning, seeing it the night before, glassing it, going after it, killing it. So now it was really time to focus on deer. Everybody was looking for deer on that. Next morning, I'm not sure, I forget, Monday morning.
Yeah, we
went out glassing.
We went to a place that they'd never really been to before, and seen one probably mid-60s type deer chasing some does, and it kind of seemed like that morning. Yeah,
we definitely noticed the difference.
The trigger flipped just a little bit with the rut. We seen that buck chasing a doe. I think Dad, and it was a pretty good buck, not quite a shooter. Dad and Ryan seen some chasing going on.
So we knew we were about to start.
We knew that it was about the
bucks were going to start moving in because there was does. I mean, obviously everywhere.
And the mule deer rut is different. So they migrate down low to rut kind of, and so all the does are already down there. But the bucks, every day there's new bucks moving. Every day.
Yeah, so you never know.
You just never know. Every day new bucks. And so it's just like, never know what can be there the next day.
Yeah. So then Monday night, is that when your dad and Ryan, they spotted one? And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they went after it. Like, they found a shooter. So they're taking off, run down the mountain, get on the side-by-side to go to where because they're glassing it from like a mile and a half. And on the way there, they see another one step out, right?
Yeah, they slammed on the brakes to get off the side-by-side. One cross the road in front of them.
So they jump out.
Yeah.
And chaos, it's 80 yards. And Ryan's, trying to tell him, shoot. And your dad's got, a freaking 15-pound rifle in his hand.
But the scope was still
dialed
25
in. From
the morning
Sunday.
Before.
He couldn't figure out the switch to get it zoomed back out. So Ryan runs up to him real quick, zooms back out. He runs up to 100 yards. Your dad puts it on, misses, shoots again, and Ryan said hit him because he didn't see any. Yeah. He didn't see any dirt fly.
He mule kicked, and they said they heard the thump.
Kicked. Ryan heard a thump, like he hit the pump house. Like everything sounded perfect, but they went up there and they didn't find any blood, no hair, nothing.
Seen him running.
Seen him run off. Yeah, that's
over
right.
the next ridge, and so
then we decided, we'll wait till the next morning.
This is like a probably 180 type deer, kickers.
Yeah,
tall, big deer.
Pretty Colorado mule deer, like just what he was going for.
Yeah,
he gets out. That night he's kicking himself like, man, he should be dead. We're all telling him should be dead. Like we'll find him. Next morning. So we get up, kind of get out there out of sunlight. We're getting close to where we're gonna park to go look, and we see off to the right, rut's starting to go. This freaking big buck's got these does running 50 yards off the road.
I mean, right there. Could have killed him.
Could have easily jumped
100
out.
times over.
Made a decent stalk on him and killed him.
Yeah.
But ethically, we, couldn't do that because there could be a deer down. You never know. We got to check. So we did that, went and looked, gridded it out.
We gridded for a long time.
Yeah, we put miles on.
We put miles on it.
And, we just...
There was never a drop of blood, no hair.
Find nothing.
No, nothing. Still don't know what happened. I don't know.
The only thing we come up with is he hit that no man's land there, below the spine, above any... who knows?
Yeah. I about don't understand it. Dad can shoot a rifle. I know he can, but I don't know.
So whatever happened, the deer wasn't dead because we would have had to find him,
Yeah. It's like I said, it's real open country, so I mean, it's
you can glass it, you can walk it, you can see everything, and we didn't find nothing. So that was extremely disappointing. Thinking, man, we've been here 3 days, 3 days, season, and we could have had a 350 class bull down, a 180 plus deer. And go home to see our kids.
That's a whitetail rut.
And we're like, holy cow, it's mid-November. We're like, this is perfect. We're going to get home, shoot a buck when we get home, and it's going to be awesome. But it couldn't be that perfect. So, we decided, his buck didn't die, so we got to stay and find another one because the rut's moving and, there's going to be more bucks. So that night was the same night.
Same night, that night.
Ryan ended up leaving.
Ryan left.
Went home to hunt with his family.
Yeah.
So it's just us three left. And we got up on a spot and was glassing.
We were hunting that deer that we had seen that morning.
The morning that we didn't shoot off the road. We were trying to find him. So we're sitting up on, we hike your butt up to the top, to a spot to where we can see the bottoms where they've been feeding. And lo and behold, finally, there's 50 to 85 deer out there. Finally. That buck, it was that buck, wasn't it?
Could have shot another 150-inch deer that night.
Yeah, he was behind us. That's true. Yeah. There was a buck right behind us on the next ridge over that could have easily shot. And we ended up seeing the big one that we seen that morning. So we just take off, like, fast as we can go. Kicking rocks, running down. Basically, we ran back to the truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was 200 yards from the truck.
Yeah, and that's what the thing about this unit, or area anyway, is people are driving around, like, scouting from their trucks. It's not necessarily a fun hunt for those people, but a lot of older people do it to where they can.
And there's only like 30 deer tags in this whole unit.
So there's not many people that have tags, but the ones that do are driving the roads, spotting deer from the truck or side by side and getting out and making somewhat of a stalk, hopefully, to try to shoot them. And here we're trying to be, get up and glass and actually hunt them. Take it for how you want. Either way, it's all legal. So we're getting down there. We're 100, 150 yards from the spot that we're trying to get to shoot this deer. Then what happens?
Now we hear... well, we had seen a truck coming.
We seen him coming down the road.
And in my gut, I was like, I hope that's an elk hunter, but that deer's about to get shot in front of us. Like, I just knew it.
This buck's like 100 yards off the road, 150 yards off the road, maybe.
He's 180, 190 inch, typical 4-point. I mean, huge. Big deer. Yeah, I was like,
Yep. So we're walking, see the truck stop, and we're just watching. Like, through a binocular, we're just watching him at like 200 yards away. And he gets out, free hand, and boom! Racks another one. Boom! Racks another one, a little bit farther. Boom. He shot 5.
He shot 5 times.
5 times at this buck. Turns around, gets back in his truck, and leave. Didn't hit him. We end up
supposedly says he didn't hit him.
Supposedly didn't hit him. Another guy talked to him there. We happened to run into him, stopped on the road, and said, "Yeah, I just talked to him. Said he shot, but didn't hit him." It's like, dude, we were sick. Like, all this time, searching this morning from a buck that we thought we had. Find this buck that night, make a stalk on him, run after him, try to get a shot, and the dude jumps out of the truck and tries to shoot him. It's like...
Dad about shot his tires out right there, I think.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me. This is like the ultimate, frustrating thing you can imagine. It's like a guy jumps out right in the middle of you and freaking shoots it. Mm-hmm. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, he doesn't know we're coming. And like, it's legal. It's all public land. So it's like, you don't want to just punch his teeth out.
Yeah.
Then again, it's like, who knows? Like,
he can't do nothing about it.
No. So it's like, we're like, well, shoot, what do we do now? Time to find something else.
Yeah. But at the same time, we know that there's bucks moving down every day. I mean, there's just more and more bucks. We're seeing them every day.
So we ended up, that was what?
That was Tuesday.
Yeah. And Wednesday, we went out glass in the morning.
Y'all went after that buck again just to see if y'all could see him.
Yeah.
Didn't see him. I went to another spot.
You were down below us.
Yeah. And I found a good buck, no doubt shooter. He was right on the edge of private with some does. And by the time y'all got over there, he had went on to private and bedded. And so then we didn't know what to do. If we hunt there that night and try to play the private-public game, which is a dangerous game to play because you just never know, or if we go to a totally new spot.
Yeah, because like you said, there's bucks moving everywhere, so they can show up anywhere. You just find some does and you find the bucks, but the problem is there's does everywhere, so it's, finding the right group. Also that morning, when we were up there, when you were below us, we turned around and there was 250 deer on the top of a mountain. Like I turn around and I seen just dots everywhere. And I'm
it
like,
was insane. How many
what the heck? I was like, that is all deer up there. And it's like, I mean, there had to be giants up there. Probably 200
There
inches.
was probably, yeah.
I mean,
there
was deer everywhere running around up there. And it's like, we couldn't get, it'd be impossible to get to. You have to have, I mean, side-by-sides. And we didn't have any more then. Because Ryan took them.
That's right. We didn't have
side-by-sides at this point. So all we had was a truck with a trailer. So, and, you know, that, we ended up, spending the night in a hotel that night.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm.
That Wednesday night. So Thursday...
No, Wednesday night that was Wednesday morning. Wednesday night is what night we left.
Did we?
Was it? Yeah. That was Wednesday
We
morning.
hunted.
Wednesday night we hunted. Seen those deer on private. Couldn't hunt.
And then took off.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, so Wednesday night we went back to where me and you went and seen that nice buck that walked up on me taking a piss and across the road. So this is we've got 2 strikes so far. Mm-hmm. The miss and the hunter jumping out and shooting. We got one more. And this one, I mean, just fastball right down the pipe and just swing and miss. Because we found them that night. We found 2-3 shooter bucks, 1 giant.
There was 3 of them. Every one of them were 170 plus, no doubt. We're
getting ready to take off because we got to go down down our side of the mountain, up the other side to a big open meadow. And most of this stuff is all, it's all public.
And
we get ready to take off.
Dad looks at me. He says, I have no idea why he said this. He said, that's public over there, right? I said, yeah, it's all public. He said, well, look at Onyx.
Just in case.
Just in case. So I look at Onyx, and this field that they're in is a 30-acre field, and it's all private.
Yeah, there's an open meadow in the middle of all this hardwood. Thick stuff. And it's freaking private. And they do not leave that field all night. We're just sitting there with our hands behind our back.
There was like 5 or 6 bucks and a couple does in that field, and they never left it all night long.
They were chasing does, like raking tree, like
it
was awesome to watch.
Couldn't do a thing about it.
No, we couldn't do anything about it. Like we couldn't even hike up there to like wait until they get on pup. Like it just there was no way to do it. Except if they were right there in that field. We could have easily killed them.
Oh, it was a slam dunk.
Like, it was a 300-yard, 400-yard hike up, maybe. Mm-hmm. And a trail kind of goes right through it. Mm-hmm. But there it was. Strike 3. It's like, we just, 2 other 8 chances we could have had. Here was our 3rd and final chance the last night, that we're willing to try to make something happen, and that just took the final.
That took the air right out of us. Right
Matt
there.
was, everybody's frustrated, and you're getting kind of tired at this point. We've been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on there, getting through our last day here, and end up Matt's good with his chances.
Yeah,
he had that week.
He had to get home for some stuff too.
He had to get home, so. That night we decided we were going to pack it up and head home. Of course, we had our everything, all the tent stuff was put away already. So all we had to do is just make ourselves get in the truck and go home. But we did have a deer season in Indiana to get home to too. So overall it was an awesome week. We didn't get the buck that we were wanting to get for your dad. That he didn't want it. Had chances. Like multiple. But just wasn't able to make
it. Passed up a lot of really good bucks.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was unsuccessful, but it was successful. Could have shot so many deer, but just waiting for the big one.
Seen some giants.
Seen plenty of deer, plenty of bucks. Just weren't able to make it happen. But we did come home with like 6 crates full of meat from the elk. Yeah. Like this body was freaking huge.
If anybody wants to buy elk meat off of me,
it was insane. Now, let me get some burger first.
There you go.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a fun week. Another successful week. Killed one. Didn't come home with another tag. But anyway, you got anything else to add to close it up?
No, just thanks again, Ryan, for listening.
Yeah. Shout out Ryan. In your glass.
His glass, and it's his spot. And He's the man. So.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up until next year. Hopefully, we get back out and try to find some more. Try to catch some more elk.
There you go.
Maybe that old boy will have caught one by then. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Stay tuned for the next one. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to this episode. Be sure to leave a 5-star review, like it, share it, however you can make it more known to your buddies so that they can listen. We would appreciate it. Also, if you have any suggestions on anybody that would like to come on and talk about any of their hunting stories, or if you got anything to share, hunting, fishing, whatever it might be, shoot me a message, email, whatever, and we'll see about getting you on. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.